Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm going to do a quick update here for you guys. I've had about 49 messages in my inbox not understanding what my pictures were talking about. So I thought I'd just go ahead and I thought I would just go ahead and just do a little update just where everybody is on the same page. Hi, Joe. So let me bring up the pictures that I posted, and I will talk you guys through this. I don't tonight, with it already being let's see here, it's already 9 o'clock. I don't have time to answer all of the questions that I have in my inbox right now. So anyway, I understand sometimes this can maybe be a little confusing, but anyway. So, this was one of the pictures that I was showing you, and basically, everybody got confused with this picture and my other picture. So, let me explain to you what I mean by this. So, around 10 to 11 p.m., and actually, it already began a little bit. There is a warm front to the south of us right now, guys. So we can also see that on our radar map, which might be a little bit easier for you to follow. So this is going to be the warm front. It is moving to the north. This is about an hour and a half behind. Actually, it is draped about right in here. There are some thunderstorms that are starting to form up here. This is not a sure thing. This is not going to be a line of storms tonight. We are going to be watching for a few small little cells that could be moving into our area. It's not a sure thing. That's the reason why I'm just kind of keeping an eye on tonight. And that's kind of what this picture is saying. That we've got a warm front moving north. There's a few cells out here in Kansas. They will be lifting as well with the warm front. So if we should happen to get any cells pop up out here in eastern Kansas, they could have some large hail in it. If there was going to be, the tornado threat is very, 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 very low. Okay, these are going to be for, mainly for the threat of hail. But it's not zero. So that's the reason why we need to stay weather aware tonight. I'm going to be up for the night, taking a few snoozes here and there. And just watch it, make sure there's not any cells that develop up here. Right now, there's a couple cells out here in central Kansas. So just watching to see if there would be a couple more supercells that follow along this front. Now, let's go into in the morning. Hi, Charles. Let's go into the morning picture. So I'm gonna bring back up radar again. I'm gonna take all my drawings off. We're gonna kind of expand this out. Once this warm front lifts up to here, it does a crazy thing and it becomes a cold front. Okay, so now it is going to become a cold front up here. And it is going to be moving south. And along this area of this cold front is going to be the potential to see some thunderstorms. Some of them could be on the strong side. Could produce up to quarter-size hail as this line moves to the southeast. So my picture that I posted showed this could be what it looked like around 9 o'clock in the morning. You have that cold front moving southeast, and along it and behind it are going to be showers, thunderstorms, and some of these individual cells could be rather strong. It's going to be a light show. It's going to be very electrified. And we could see some large hail to the size of quarters to $half size with any of these cells in the morning. So there is a potential that later on tomorrow afternoon, around probably 2 o'clock or so, we may see some thunderstorms develop for parts of west central Missouri, primarily from around Warrensburg, Clinton, Osceola, and points to the east. So, but we'll get through that after we get through the round in the morning. And I will be at the emergency management office tomorrow, and I will be going a little bit more into detail over the possibility of seeing some storms tomorrow afternoon. We are in a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, but it's looking more and more likely that, let me bring this up so I can mark on it. It's looking more and more likely that the best area is probably going to be right here, probably along and east of Highway 65. That's what it's looking like for tomorrow afternoon, but we're going to be keeping a very, very close eye on that. I'm going to jump over here to chat real quick. I'd like to get everybody on the same page, everybody understanding what my pictures were. Hey, Bo. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Safe travels, buddy. They're going to be getting some pretty good storms. I don't know if you remember us talking about that here a couple weeks ago. But things are going to be, this was everything that we talked about, and this was all part of the LRC that we're going through tonight. Matches up perfectly with the LRC planner. So yeah, I'm hoping we're going to get some rain. All the models are showing some nice amounts for most of west central Missouri, but with the way these storms have been acting here over the last couple of storm systems, nothing's a sure bet anymore. Hey, you know it, Ashley. Thank you. So make sure you guys know I'm going to be watching this throughout the night. So and really tonight is not a, how do I want to say, it's not a, it's going to be very conditional tonight. But we have a warm front moving to the north. We do have wind shear at different elevations in the atmosphere. These things are going to be mainly elevated, meaning they're going to be producing way up, well above our head. Nothing's going to be surface based. Or I should say, nothing is expected to be surface-based. And you have to have surface-based thunderstorms in order to have any chance for any tornadic activity. That's the reason why we have just a very, very, very small chance of seeing anything like this. Now, in the morning, if this line should happen to congeal into a nice, solid band of thunderstorms, and it ends up with any kind of bowing sections, meaning that it's kind of protruding out just a little bit further out than the rest of the line, then we could be talking maybe some danger, some very high wind gust along this line as well. But the primary concern is going to be for quarter to half dollar size hail for any of the storms that possibly could come across overnight tonight, and then of course with this line in the morning. So does anybody have any questions? I'll stay on a couple more minutes just to make sure everybody is on the same page, and let me shoot this back over again just to give a little recap so that everybody's on the same page. So we have a warm front right now. That's what this line right here is, and it is moving north. So anywhere along this warm front, as it moves north, could see a thunderstorm pop off. Any of these thunderstorms could have the possibility of having some large hail, and because this is a warm front interacting with some other conditions, it's not a zero chance that could see a small spin-up tornado if any of these cells should happen to pop off. We might go through the entire night and have nothing down here at all night long until in the morning. So make sure you understand that. Now, in the morning, probably around 5, 6, 7 o'clock, I'm going to be tracking as this warm front gets up to here. All right, it's going to turn into a cold front. And how it does that, remember this low pressure system is moving this way. So as this continues to move up, winds go counterclockwise, brings in some cooler air, and it gets wrapped up into this low pressure system, turning this into a cold front. And then it will begin to sag. It's going to begin to sag south. This way, southeast. And along that cold front, we can see a line of thunderstorms that will move in the same direction through our area that could produce some larger hailstones. Hey, you bet, Kevin. All right, so for right now, and again, we have this warm front that's moving up to the north. We could look at radar around 10, 11 o'clock, and we're already starting to see a few. Some thunderstorms pop off out here in eastern Kansas. They will be far and in between. It's not going to be a line of storms, and we'll be watching to see if any form out here that may threaten west central Missouri. Any of these storms, if they do happen, could have large hail and a possibility of maybe a brief spin-up tornado. However, it is very, very, very low. Primary concern is larger hailstones. Now, in the morning, 6, 7, 8, 9 a.m., we're going to see a front that's going to be moving the opposite direction to the south. And then along this line will be a line of thunderstorms. And we'll be watching that first thing in the morning. So if anybody has any questions, feel free. I do believe with this live stream, I think I answered everybody's questions in my inbox. And again, I had 49 messages in about 40 minutes. So I figured I would just go live, kind of explain what's going to happen tonight and tomorrow. And again, tomorrow afternoon, after this line in the morning, we'll be watching for redevelopment. But right now, it's looking like it's going to be along and east of Highway 65. But we will be watching tomorrow afternoon for any additional development. So if anybody has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and clear out my inbox. If anybody has any questions over the next couple minutes, but then I am just going to have my laptop and go kick back in the recliner and just kind of rest up. And I've got all my alarm bells and whistles set for all out in Kansas and Nebraska and Iowa, Northwest Missouri. So if anything should happen to pop off, I will know about it. So and again, thank you guys for jumping on here with me. Hopefully I answered everybody's question with this. And of course, if any storms do pop off out here in eastern Kansas, I will go live. Obviously, what I normally do. So don't worry about that. I will go live and give updates on that. But there's a chance you might not hear from me the rest of the night until in the morning. So I'll be watching this closely. Everybody have the weather radios on and get a good night's sleep. There's really not much to be concerned about here in West Central Missouri right now. And just know I'll be keeping a close eye on this and updating as we go through the night. Hey, you bet, Tammy. My pleasure. All right, guys. So get some sleep, and I'll be talking to y'all soon.